Most of the Instagram ad sucks. It's not your product, it's your design. So I am Anas and I have designed numerous amount of Facebook ads that has better visibility, better conversion rates, better clicking through rates. And I have been noticing these issues recently on Instagram. And some of the people doing are great, but most of the people doing these mistakes that lets people not getting sales. And most of the marketing agencies knows this secret and they do very well. And you can do that as well just by tweaking your design a little bit, and you will be good to go to get your sales and leads. So what is the problem that you are having right now? No sales, or maybe people are not clicking on your ad, or not booking calendars, or filling your forms. These are the issues that is very common. So the first mistake that I think people do is they don't emphasize the important thing in their ad. They don't do the justice to the content. Sometimes content is really great, but their design is not complementing the content. Use bold headings and bold fonts like on headlines and main focusing benefit. For example, don't use something like introducing new cream or some face cream or something. You can give them a benefit like get glowing skin in just 5 days. So now you are giving them a benefit. Now you are giving them the reason to buy, why they are going to buy. So the little bit you can add and copy, and using bold fonts can change the entire dynamic of your ad, and you can get numerous amount of clicks, and click-through rate will increase. So usually I recommend use 40 to 60 points or maybe more than that for emphasis in the design. Tip number two is really important and people miss it out. Even if you are not a designer, but you usually marketing people knows about this, that colors is the most important part of your ad. Even if the ad is video, image, carousel, whatever it is, the colors matter. Colors stop you from scrolling. What is this thing? Something like whenever you're scrolling, okay, this is something that I'm interested in, people stop. If you use general colors that people are consuming the content, people will not stop on your ad or video. Like it can be good for the content generation as well. So what are those colors that you should have a right contrast, like to your text and to your background. For example, if you have a feminine kind of a product, like you can write like pink on the background of black. Similarly, bright pink, bright yellow over the contrast of white and black. It it pops out. It automatically pops out. The restaurants usually use red color, bright red, because it urges the energy and gives the impact like you are hungry. It just is, because this is how our brain works. So you need to understand the color psychology behind that. But if you're not a very experienced designer, it's fine. You have some general colors that you should use: bright pink, bright yellow, bright red color that should emphasize your product according to the audience. Like you cannot use red color on medical products, obviously. So you need to understand the audience first. The third tip is really important as well, because every tip here is important, but the third tip is something that people often miss, but I'm here to tell you. Because when you're making an ad, you forget that what is your service or product doing. For example, I am a web designer. So I redesigned my client's website. How would I convince my other customers that I did this and how did it is better than the previous one? The two things. I can show them the reports and I can show them what the previous site looks like. So exactly, you should show on your ad what is the before and what is an after. Like even if you're a skincare product, even if you're a back problem, back some product related to the backache, or something related to web design or marketing or something. So you need to show what are the result before and what are the impact that your service provide to that customer, and that's the result of your effort. Okay, so now the tip number four. Okay, so ads with more people, more excitement, more involvement with humans, basically. Just a text and on a background does not make anyone buy anything. They need to see the connection between people, the real people. So maybe there's shock, there's a sad person that is now happy, something like that, showing excitement about your product. There should be a human touch in your ad, so it can, be easily, relatable to me if I am seeing the ad. Because when people see ads just with text and product image, they don't buy. Because if there is ifs and buts in this, but if the product is very, famous, like Apple or Samsung mobiles, they don't need to give you the human touch, because the product is good. If you see the ad and somebody is selling it for cheaper, you will buy it. But for example, you have a new product, you have something that is not very famous, and you have to, build an audience and target those customers who are interested to buy. You need to show the real touch to your ad, real human touch. So that's very important. Now, tip number five. Usually ads, people design ads on for desktop applications, but these days usually most of the people look the ad on mobile devices. So you should optimize your ad for mobile devices, especially today's like 9:16 ratio, because that's the most important part, I guess. Because the ratio of your ad defines that who's the ad for. If you are using square ads, that's not gonna even work for the conversions, because that's just too normal, and people don't buy like that from that ad. Personally, I don't. But again, there is an ifs and but. If I'm showing shoes and there's a catalog of shoes, I'm going to show that on a square post. But the video ad must be 9:16. The audience, the ad type, it depends. But from my perspective, if something is video and you're showing it or before and after or something, you should be using 9:16 or a portrait size of the Instagram. But if you are showing the catalog, you can do portrait and square post both. So there is this descriptions. So I hope it helped you. Now, tip number six is very important and very interesting. People usually complicate their ads with a lot of text, a lot of imagery, a lot of music. I don't know why do they do that, but make it concise, like 4 words, 5 words. It should tell you the benefit of the product. It should tell you why it's important. It should tell you how amazing the product is. Just as no, not how amazing the product is not a good idea. It should tell you what's the benefit of the customer is getting, like what's the benefit I'm getting as a customer if I see the ad. Okay, so people usually scroll away if you're, uh, what do you call it, praising yourself or whatever you call it. There's this idiom, I'm not getting it, but okay. Tip number seven is actually a really great example of getting good quality of sales, reputation, trust, and that is creating UGC content. That is user generated content. What is user generated content? Basically, user generated content feels more real. It's made from your customers, like it's a review or it's something. People are opening your product, trying it on, using your services, something like that. Like it's not generated by you, but it's generated by users. That could be reviews, testimonials, that could be anything. Like they are showing the product that they got it from you, promotional or something. But when you see on an ad, there are a lot of people opening and giving reviews of that product. You initially get the sense of trust and reliability. Okay, so people are using it and they're getting benefit. I can try that. Like from not buying to I can try is a big leap, and then you can convert by your uh, website CTA or something. So you need to create UGC ads as well. So there's this strategy that people used to follow. I don't know what people are doing right now, but marketing people are doing and advertisement people are doing is that they create 3 or 4 types of ad, like campaigns. Like they create user generated ad, user generated content, UGC content ad, and then they do textual ad, then they do video ad, and then they do different carousel ads. So they see what seems to be working for their audience, and then most of the time video ads overcome every most of the time, because it overcome everything, because that's the most important thing, because people trust videos, people trust human to human connection, and that's why it's much more valuable and better approach. So tip number 8 is very small, but you should, like, if you are using the ad like textual base or just images or animate sliders or something should be animating so people would be getting attention. Okay, well, this is something. There's a very small tip, so you can have it, you cannot do it, but it does have an impact on the user that they want to stay on the screen because something is moving and they want to see what is moving. It's just the brain how it works. It's just if the flash is coming and out, coming, going and out, and something like happening on the ad, to people see that okay, what is this? If like an anniversary sale or something, so they see, okay, so this is an anniversary sale. Sometimes people click on the ad like that. So just a little bit small tip, but it's sometimes very effective. And similarly, the tip number 9 is add some kind of urgency, like create a scarcity, like it's maybe 25 in the stock, but like it's not available in the stock after 3 hours, or create a timeline, time bound deals or something like that. Or maybe today only, this discount is just for today. So people would buy it, right? So because obviously you're offering them a discount and a real price of the retail price of the product. And the tip number 10 is the most important, because that's how people will going to go to your landing page or buy your product. So what happens is people design a great ad, have a great video or UGC content ad, but the problem is they don't use a good CTA on, like, on a button. Like they just like, learn more, shop now. This is not a good CTA. It's very general. Like whatever the benefit that product is giving, you should be putting that into your CTA. For example, learn more or shop now doesn't make sense. Like you can do get your glowing skin now, or see your result in 5 days. So people will swipe up, or people will click on the ad most of the time if they are struggling into that. So you need to understand that the people are looking for the problem, and when they see the ad that relates and solving their problem, then what they do is they click. But when they are not getting that kind of energy from your ad, like I can say energy, but I don't know what should I call it, the right benefit from your ad, they will not click on the ad or trust your site. So these are some tips that I think is really important when designing, and Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you are talking about, is really important. Understand the audience, because TikTok audience is a little bit different, acts differently rather than Instagram and Facebook audience. And Facebook is mostly used by millennials, and Gen Zs don't use mostly, but that audience is different. They like to read the caption and everything, but most of the Instagram audience likes to view and watch the video. What are you talking about? So it's just a little bit of a difference between the audience. So I hope you like this video and got some value from this. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, comment down below. And if you want something that is you're struggling with right now with design, marketing, business or something, I can maybe help you out. Please follow the channel and stay tuned.